Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. I'll admit I'm a little nervous about this. We're gonna do a review on the Studio Series Optimus Prime from Age of Extinction. This figure is definitely better than the last one that they've ever released as far as last night goes. Or, yeah. Or not last night, Age of Extinction. And I actually love this figure. I mean, I'll admit it's not the best looking Optimus. But honestly, I can't complain. I love it. And he did come with his accessories, which I have it in a little pack here. Here, I'll put that back. His sword, which they did a lot better for his sword. They did a lot better for the detail and the design. Because the one that you got with the last figure that they did like years ago, it was like orange. I think they did that so it looked like it was glowing, you know, with but they did pretty good with the design, I think. And for some reason, that comes apart. I don't know why. But if I can put that there. There. Put that there. There's a little post here that holds the sword and the shield. That goes on his back, which I'll show you in a minute. His shield here. He comes with the little sword that he used in the movie to try and kill Galvatron, and basically just destroyed the sword while he was trying to impale him. And here's the shield, which did a lot better on the design, which the DNA design for him I'm definitely getting. Excuse me, because it's pretty cool. Alright, and put that there. It's basically his gun, which is cool. Go ahead and put that back into his regular shield. Which in some scenes in the movie, I haven't watched it recently, but from what I remembered, it didn't look like it separated then fired. It looked like it fired like this to me. I don't know if that's just me, and it's been a long time since I've seen the movie, but it looked like that to me. But yeah, that's the accessories for him. And sorry. Yeah. He is a leader class. So yeah. Pretty cool. Yeah, let me show you where to put these on him. So there's a little tab right there that goes into his arm right there. You have to like bend his wrist here in order to plug this in. I like to plug it in this way, looks better, and then basically just set his wrist like that, and you got that going on. He goes, "You have no soul." Yeah, that's cool. That's pretty cool. Why is his arm doing that? His legs. Everything's happening to this figure. On mine, his joints are like very loose. And I don't know if that's just mine. If anyone else is like having that, I don't know. Yeah. He does have open fingers, so you can move his hand a little bit and like his fingers and all that. He can do that with his arm. These can just move all over the place due to, I think they did that for transformation and just for like poses. So that's neat. I probably should have showed the figure first before I even showed the accessories. Like I said, this is the first time I'm doing this, so I apologize. But basically, sorry. They did well for his head design. And they didn't make his head blue, which that made me happy. They did well on the design, a lot better. I like that they added the little Autobot symbol that he had. A little gold on his abs. They did well for his legs, I think. I mean, the smokestacks on the legs, I mean, I can't complain about that too much, so. And the backpack, it's not too bad. I mean, you could take this whole section off. I think it's this whole section. Because there's like a little, like, mushroom peg that tabs in. You can just remove that and that could look better. And you can see the small smokestacks on his back a lot better. If you want to do it, I mean, I could show you how that looks. If I untab these bits, right, you extend this, right, and the mushroom peg is right there. All you have to do is undo, I just untabbed that, there we go, undo this, put that to the side. Then what I do, let's just do that, just hide all that. And you got that going on. You have less of a backpack with, actually, now I'm looking at that. That does look a lot better. I might do that more often. I might just take that off after transformation. That is pretty cool. I actually like that. I see why people do that now. Wow, I learned something new. You always learn something new when you learn something new with these figures. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful. Okay. They did a beautiful design on this. As far as like everything goes. Now let's see what he looks like with everything on it. Let's go ahead and put this on. Alright. This kind of gets in the way, but if you angle it a little bit, you can kind of just do that. A sword. Now, just peg that in there. And you got a little him with his shield and his sword. And now what they did with his wrist, I believe if you rotate his forearm here and then do this and then do this, you can make it look like he's saying charge without his head crooked, obviously. Charge. They are making a Titan-sized Grimlock for him, for this Optimus, or the Nemesis Prime Optimus, or Nemesis Prime from the last night, to ride on his back, which would be cool. I can't wait to do that. Yeah. And like I said, guys, this is my first video. Difficulties. I don't know why they did this, honestly. I have no idea why, because when it came in the package, in the paper wrap, it was like this solid. It wasn't even a part. So I have no idea why they did that. That's weird. And in the instructions, it tells you to do this. Right. If I can even do it. Hello, thank you. I kind of like doing that, which I don't mind. Kind of cool. Yeah. Alright. And to tab it on his back, which I'm sure we can still do, just have to... Oh, maybe not, because I think that attachment was on the backpack. Yeah, it was. Maybe, yeah, it was. So, for the whole attachment, if you want to attach everything on his back, there's a little thing here. And this tabs into here. So his shield and the sword and all that can tab in there. Or, you know, not tab, but the sword can slide in. So if you want to display it on his back, you need this. I just realized that. But if you don't want to do that, and you just want him to display him with his swords and all that, well, you know, with everything out and like that, that's totally doable. That's totally your choice. You display your figure how you wish. I will display it how I wish as well. I think they did well for the design of this, for the most part. I mean, this figure, from my understanding, is probably one of the most difficult figures to design, because he's a knight that transforms into a was it a semi truck, right? You know what I'm, and what I've been researching on is that he's probably like one of the most difficult figures to design still. But I think they did better compared to the last figure that they made, which was a Voyager. Alright, I don't know about you, but I kind of want to transform that. Alright, let's get down to it. But first, we got to put this back on. So we'll just tab that back in. Right there. Come on. Come on. Oh, it didn't even do a noise. Oh, that's... I'm not even going to tab any of those in, but if you want to like tab those back in, can. Alright, so if I remember correctly, I only transformed this thing once because I recently just got the figure. Let me remember. Okay, I remember starting on the back. Alright, so basically you untab these, right? And you make sure you undo all that and you make sure that all of it goes there. Get that arm out of the way. Then do that. They're not tough hinges, but I'm acting like they are. No, they're pretty tough. And so basically, I don't know if I could show you, but what I learned from this is that right there, you see that little niche? To put it in his robot mode, you have to tab it all the way up. But for some reason, mine won't do it, so I'm worried about breaking it, so I just leave it alone. But basically, it's tabbed all the way up. And you gotta untab it and put it all the way down, which basically mine already is, but just telling you that so you don't get confused. Okay, so now, if you do this right, you do that, right? Then do that. Then you tab all this in. Like I said, I only done this once, so if I make some mistakes, I apologize. I probably should have done it a couple more times. And I personally like taking this out. In the instructions, it tells you to leave it in for a minute, but... Or at least I think it does, from what I remember. Okay, we got that settled. Basically, put it up, like that, I think. And I just untabbed it, didn't I? Yeah, I sure did. I sure did. Maybe you don't put it all the way up. Just leave it the way you want it. Alright, if you want to work with it. Okay, now his chest. So, there, it's just tabbed into these side pieces here. Alright, untab that, right? And there you go. Now, I had trouble getting it out. If you do it, just on... Do it all the way there. Then, otherwise that happens. You gotta be careful. Which, if I could just tap that back in. Actually, no, I remember now. You have to leave it that way. See, guys, I've only done this once. Then undo these and just leave them here. Then, you undo this. Tap that in. And just leave that there. And then, if I remember correctly, you put these up. His side waist plates. I think that's what you would call them. And put it all the way up. If you get the arms out of the way. Right? Then, like so. Which that is not how that goes. I feel like... You have to give me... What did I do? Oh, I did do something wrong. So I believe... Oh, maybe I'm not. Hold on. No, I did do something wrong. Hold on. That, and then that goes in there. Yeah. I think you have to twist his head. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Hold on, let me do that. Yeah, I think that's what you have to do. Twist his head. Yep. Yeah. Twist his head, guys. Twist his head. Snap his neck. No, don't snap his neck. Don't do that. You would break him. And the Autobots need him. Autobots need him. Come on, just work with me, please. I think it was up there. Or was it there? It might have been there. You never know. There, that looks better. That looks better. You don't tab anything in. You just make sure that's all fitting. Fitting in. And then, I'm pretty sure you rotate it. You have to rotate this bit. Okay. It's very, very, very interesting. And then rotate it to where it sits in here. There's a bunch of hinges, so you have to work with them. You basically make sure it sits in there. Then, oh, you have to start doing this, which, gotta rotate them, or they're kind of sitting funny. There you go. Kind of like that. Why do I feel like I'm doing this wrong again? I think I am. I might be. We'll figure it out together. Don't worry. Yeah, I'm doing it wrong somehow, and I don't know what I did wrong. Does this twist? No. Okay, hold on. No, I'm not doing it wrong. At least I don't think I am. I don't think I am. We'll just figure it out later. Figure it out later. Yeah, because it comes in like that, doesn't it? Do you rotate? Oh, maybe I am doing it wrong. I don't remember. That's why you have instructions, guys. Because I only did it once. I should have done it multiple times before I even did any of this, you know. And I apologize. I apologize, guys. No. Wait, no. If the flames are right. Yeah, no, I'm doing it right. I remember now. Kind of. So you don't focus on there. You go here. Sorry. So sorry. So you go here. You get that out of your way. Just place that here. Tab everything in. So you got these little notches here that will tab into there. I apologize, everyone. Don't worry. Everything's fine. And that will just tab in without any issue. Right? Oh. Right. Alright. And don't worry about his... Well, it might be best if we do it now. Alright, basically tab this up here. Tab his crotch plate, basically. And tab that up there, because there's a little tab right there that goes in that little slot. Tab that in. Nice and snudge, and it'll stay there. And then you rotate his waist and leave that there. And now we can work on the arms. So after you've done the plates here, right, which are kind of hard to get for me at least, you start with his arms. So you have him like this. Oh, excuse me. And now you rotate them the exact opposite direction, like so. Or like so. I think like this, maybe. It's either like this or this. But, you know me, it's probably in some direction. It's probably like this. If I get it wrong, I'll show you. I'll show you what not to do in these type of situations, everyone. Now, you basically collapse his arm that way, right? And then his like elbow area has a tab here, and it goes here. There's a little thing that basically will go right there, right? And then his shoulder pad will basically, if you can use the everything. Okay, yeah, it's lined up. So you have a little, I don't know if you can see it. You can, yeah, there's a little tab right there, and a notch. And you basically just have to make sure it's all lined up properly. And tab it. Just tap it in. And like that, right? And then you got that arm all settled. Make sure everything's flush. Like that. And then you do the other arm the exact same way. Collapse it. Tab. There. Use the hinges there to see if you can position it right, then tab, which I did that wrong. Yeah, I'm doing it wrong. I have not had this trouble. Every time. It was working for me. Trust me. Trust. You're probably not going to trust me, but that's alright. That's alright. Alright. As long as it sits there and it doesn't get in your way, you're fine. Then you basically just put everything together. And this right here will tab into the other arm right here. Like so. Basically, nice and snug. And so I have no idea what's the deal with this, because I think there's a tab in there. Yeah, I think there is. Hold on. So in the instructions, it tells you to leave it there, but honestly, I don't know how you're supposed to tab that in, you know? And there is a tab there, but I can't show you, unfortunately. So basically, undo the top and undo this. It basically put everything together. Make sure everything's flush and like that, and then try to get everything in there just right, and make sure everything's flush and collapse, and like so. It should be good. Yes, that looks a lot better. And then you got this. All right, you're done. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. And now you have to collapse his heel, his front, heel, front, and now we mess around with his thighs, basically. You just untab this, untab all this goodness, and you do the same over here. Untab, do that. Crazy. All right. And then you have to rotate his legs that way, and then here's the good part. Do that. Basically, make sure these things are, because this will be the top of the cab of his truck mode. Make sure this is all good. Make sure that sits. No, not like that. Make sure you start to like sit it down, because you can't tab these in yet. You need to make sure all this is still good. You untab these, you get this whole section out, and that will be like the gas, where the gas cans are and all that. Which is that? I feel like that rotates. It does rotate. Yeah, you gotta rotate those. Make sure it's aligned. Untab. Undo this. Rotate. There are these, so there's a little here. Don't mess with, oh, I thought there was another hinge there. Okay. So basically, it was like this, right? Only do it about halfway. Right about there. Don't do it all the way. Otherwise, it's going to be misaligned. Otherwise, it'll be misaligned, and you'll be way off. So basically, just do it halfway, and then you're golden. To make sure all that's good. And then all you have to do is tab this little notch. Oh, I'm trying to make sure you see it. All right, you tab these two. Oh, two. And you make sure you tab it into the side of the truck, right? And then, good, right? And then you do the exact same thing on this side. Oh, but make sure you don't turn his waist as you're doing that. And I did the exact thing that I told you not to do. And monkey see, monkey do, right? Make sure these things are still untabbed until you get the, basically like the, actually I have no idea what you would call this. But basically where you hook up like the trailer, if you had a trailer that would fit this guy. Which I don't think I do. I should look. But just for the moment, let's do that. Make sure that's all tabbed in. Right? They'll tab in together. Excuse me. If I can tab it in. If I can tab it in. If I can tab it in. If I can tab. Work, please. Yes? No? Maybe? Okay, we got that bit. And then we can tab. There we go. Tab it in. And then these just go back up and hook in here. Which... Why is it sitting on the ground? Oh, right. Doing. There is an extra 2 inches here. Make sure you bring it all the way up. And then hook it in. And that will just sit in there. If I am right. If I am right. Right in there. Maybe it just sits there, you know. Yeah, okay. And now, for the last part, you just make sure these guys are up. For these guys, this is the trickiest part for me. Other than the other parts that are clearly been tricky for me. Because I don't remember what to do. Oh, the fun times I have with this. Oh, look what I did. Look what I did wrong. Look what I did wrong again. Yeah, okay. You do that, right? Make sure that's all flushed in. Like so. Yes, rotate it on the bottom. So there's like these little things on here that just tab in somewhere. I have no idea where they tab in. I never looked, and honestly, if I do, I feel like I'd tear this thing apart and doing it. So make sure everything is connected together and you tab the whole. So there's these tabs here that goes in this slot, but I think it's on mine because it won't go in, you know, and it drives me nuts. So what I just focus on is make sure everything's together for the most part. Because I feel like these things are what's actually holding this in. And then you basically make sure that tab there goes to that slot right there. Right? Which, if you lined it up right, it should work. And I did not line it up right, so it didn't work. You know, the saying, monkey see, monkey do. Yeah, don't see. Don't monkey do. Just monkey listen to monkey say and do that. And that won't tab in. Yeah, on mine, like I said. Oh, I just did that. Why do things have to be complicated in my world, huh? There we go. Alright. Oh, no. Don't fall apart on me. Alright, this did work last time with me. But that's because I did it exactly how the instructions told me to. Yeah, it's annoying. That is very annoying. Yeah, no. Alright, so that's basically it. But that is... I might have to shave that or something. Because that's not tapping in at all. It's not even going in. It's not even going in slightly, so I have no idea if it's just mine. The way everything is trying to slide in, you know? But basically, for the most part, do all of that and you'll be golden. This is going to be one hell of a messy video. But yeah, that's basically it. And just don't mind the gap. Just don't mind it. Just don't mind it. I'll shave that off and do that. But honestly, they did well for the truck mode. I think they did perfect. Right? Alright, so let's just... sorry, this is just... I still love the truck mode. That still bothers me. I'll fix that for myself. They did well in the design. I love it. Better than the last one. Did more design around the truck. A lot more moving parts. That's totally fine though. So you basically, to put everything that's over here on here, so you basically tab this guy on here, right? You take his sword. Actually, you can do it off. Yeah, it's probably best if you do it off. You put the sword in here, right? Now, I think it's supposed to slide all the way down. Like that. So, like that. Like that. And put the shield on. The tabs into there. Like so. Move the sword out of the way just a little bit. Or just put the little sword on first, then put it on there. There is a little slot there. And there's a tab right there. Tab in there. Slide in there. Like so. Like so. The sword hilt, or you know, the base of it has to go in the truck a little bit in order to fit on, and it just tabs in. I don't know why I made a noise like that. It probably did something that I don't like. It did. And it basically slides with wheels. It has wheels, moving wheels. We love moving wheels. Yeah. That's basically that for you. I personally just want to take that off. Much better. Well, not much better, but whatever. If you want to, got the Autobot symbol on there. Nice job. Except for, I think that's just my design, and I'll fix that for myself. Yeah. I think it's just the way it's aligned, because it was working the last time I transformed it, so I think it's just the way I did it. Yeah. Nice design on the back. Kind of open, but hey, what are you going to do about that, right? There is a DNA design for like a better shield and all that, and I think a better like spine and all that. I don't know, not entirely sure. I do want that, and I will get that for my Optimus Prime. But basically, you got that for you, and basically that's it for you. I hope this video really helps you out as far as if you had troubles with your figure or you're thinking about buying this figure. I love it. I personally love it compared to the last one I had, and I hope when you get it, or if you do have it, you love it too. So basically, this is the this is where I just, yeah. I hope you guys love this figure. I hope you guys love this video. Like, subscribe, or don't. That's totally your choice. But this will be the beginning of my channel. It might not be the best. It might not be the greatest, but hey, it is what I got, you know. And if you totally want to collect figures, that is your choice. No one can tell you what to do with your life. It's your choice. Just be a geek and be proud, right? Well, I hope that I see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.